Hello, my name is Mark's Magician, and if you know me, I finally stopped playing The Disaster, or Sonic.EXE The Disaster, as you know from this video. Despite this, apparently my friend Icicle has been in the Discord server for a long time. I don't have a Discord before you ask, and decided to send me a ton of images that were based up in the feedback and suggestions channels, specifically a lot of complaining. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna pull a Nyx, and I'm just going to read through the entirety of these, maybe give some feedback, maybe not, maybe just shitpost on main, and we're going to enjoy them together, because if there's one way to send off in a bad community, it'd probably be this way, let's be honest. And one last thing, I decided, post-haste, that I will be using the funny mic, inserting here. So, enjoy to the best of your ability, because I'm fucking tired of trying. So, first off, we have here, it says Blaze, the one thing done right in this update. Honestly, yeah, I could see that, but at the same time, she just has Beast Soda, so who the fuck cares? Mr. Boot, the Colossus main, says, all I have to say is that Tails doll is kind of OP. And holy shit, you won't know what the fuck happens later. Slash rework. Make it work like Nerves of Steel for 1.0, but it works for everyone and not just the strong characters. I feel like it's more fair than getting slowed and almost always getting hit twice after that. No. No. Small feedback. Yeah, sure, let's start with that. I think Sonic.EXE as a character lost its relevance over since Tails doll has dropped, which is bad. What I'm trying to say, Sonic is the only EXE that doesn't have an ability, it drags down his health, yada. It's basically just saying to re-add, basically Nerves of Steel. Instead of doing like 30 damage, it deals 15 damage and starts taking down your health like Scratch. It also does knockback, like Shadow Stomp knockback. Now after the player spins this jump button and gets out of it, he's gonna 5 seconds boost because the EXE... Listen, that's a pretty good idea, but... No, honestly, it just brings out a lot of bad situations where essentially it might put him in line with the other characters, but the thing is, his hitbox and his speed make up for the other two characters having really good damage, especially Colossus, and besides grab is something that I don't even want to touch. So honestly, not a bad idea, not really that great either. Do not bring back Nerves of Steel. Next thing. Buff Cream's speed booster nerf Tails doll fly, because there's no reason his fly. He's fly should be faster than speed boost, making her useless. Yeah, sure, whatever you say, pal. Make survivors have injured animation similar to this. Honestly, no, not really. Just make the facial features a lot more expressive. Also, by the way, if you don't know, this is a game called Outcome Memories, which is really well made, and this map is fucking hilarious to me. You people mauled over this shit, but it's a good joke, too. Give Tails doll's fly a 3 to 5 second cooldown after he's stunned, since currently if you get stunned, you can immediately use it and make up any distance a survivor made against you, which is super annoying as a survivor. Yeah, kinda, but also at the same time, a lot of players will just ignore that fact and not use fly, and then use it immediately right after. So, I get where this guy's coming from, but it wouldn't really solve the issue, just make him really fucking annoying to get up with other people, and at the same time, you can hit him out of fly, so like, yeah, honestly, my opinion would just be to remove the speed boost in the air and keep the speed boost on the ground. Makes it to where it keeps the speed boost, but also makes it to where fly is a lot more predictable and harder to deal with as Tails doll, and then makes it easier for survivals to bait out and all that sorts as, you know, normal game fucking play. Sally's Water Shield has the same problem as 1.1 Hammer Bounce. Explanation. The bounce cap is too small, so she often can't reach places she bounced from, like the tall building and you can't run. Increase the cap so what Amy's Alpha Hammer Bounce cap was, since it was more or less the same ability. In my opinion, yes and no. Honestly, the bounce is fine, and I feel like it's better balanced this way, because literally everybody can use it, as long as they're given one, and besides, do you really want people to be jumping up fucking 25 meters in the air? I don't think so. Make Slash work like grab! You know what, you know what? He might be on to something. Oh boy, another Slash nerf. The lunge distance gets reduced with each survivor hit. It stacks until the 4th or 5th hit is useful for survivors if the Tails doll has a high chance of hitting What the fuck? What is this? This is basically just punishing the user for hitting their shots. That doesn't make any sense. Huh? Larger shield, an upper shield, and a normal shield as a rework for Silver. Pretty simply, very fierce situational while I'm maining him. I hope this isn't bad. Maybe using the most OP one increases the cooldown by 2 or 3 seconds? Test in public, oh my god! No. Make it to where Eggman can use a zapper on EXE while he's stunned. If Sally's EMP used to be able to do it, so should Eggman. Skill issue, honestly, that's a you got a skill issue, partner. Give me wait startup iframes, please, 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 please.
No.
New Cream ability, Call Out. When used, it'll play a sound and highlight her location to every survivor in a certain stud radius, shouldn't be too much. EXE will be able to hear the sound, won't see her highlight. Anyone outside the radars won't hear the sound nor see the highlight. 20 to 30 second cooldown. Hey buddy, did you see what they did to her overheal? I think they took your idea from you, I'm gonna be honest. You might have to sue Outlaik for that. Please keep Colossus's cheek fluff, they look so good at him, I'm begging! Don't take them away like Sally's. You know what? Yeah. Good idea. Slight Sally change. Fire and bubble shield thing. Sally uses a fire bubble shield. It passes to her teammates and use it. It won't just be inactive for the rest of the entire duration that is active because they used it once. That's a fucking mouthful. Once they use it once, then there would be a 2 or 3 second cooldown and they could use it again. There would be a cap on around the uses, and imagine 2 uses in the shield before it pops. And the shield share, make it so shield doesn't break in 2 seconds after sharing it to a teammate, since the current shield share absolutely sucks with it being able to benefit the survivors at all. First of all, I'm going to insult your IQ because you're a fucking shadow main. Second of all, this is a horrible idea due to one factor, spam. Even if you give it a cap, and even if it has a slight cooldown between uses, it would absolutely not make sense in contention with the normal shield, due to the fact that that one gives you a speed boost on hit or during break. So in reality, it needing to break and only having one use outside of that makes sense. You're supposed to, you know, use it sparingly. You're supposed to use it in a tight situation, or Sally could give it to you. Like, literally, honestly, the shields are a good idea. Bad execution, because really, in reality, Sally would be the only ones using these special shields, while she just gives everyone else the blank-ass shield. 5 out of 10 needs more introduction. You get 2 for the price of 1 on this one. They're basically saying you have Colossus keep the pale skin in his Christmas outfit, and to make it to where there is a teleporter, someone is stuck in the character selection box. And you know what? Both are good ideas. I like this. This sucks. What if Tails' glide could carry other survivors, only one however, at the cost of more weight and a slightly faster stamina drain, so it can be more active than taking shots from high up? This can be activated when Tails' hands are low enough for a button prompt to appear, just like the R key, similar to reviving, and then the survivor that takes the glide will have an animation hanging off of Tails. One of Tails' mainline perks is his ability to carry Sonic out of bad situations in-game. Weird he can't do it here. What, you expect Outlaik to actually make something interesting that isn't just bland design choices and poorly made other stuff? Nah. Good idea, but nah, he's not gonna do that. You're wrong. Triple round today. We have make it so round toggles, shift lock for stuff like spin dash and arm cannon, saves for the rest of the round, so next time you use the ability, it's already the setting you choose. When the survivor escape and you can't run, have a small little animation of them walking to base, just disappearing off the map. Actually, that's not horrible. It's probably easy to make. And some guy complaining about double trouble. We don't care about private server shit here. Kill yourself. Current throw. Her current flashbang throw is pretty underwhelming and pretty much useless. Too situational, and pretty hard to pull off sometimes, since you can end up falling off a ledge. Ideas: flashbang drop or flashbang throw. Honestly, them already buffing flashbang is just like, no, it does not need she does not need another ability. Although I will be honest though, that image is like just gold. That is a A-tier image. Props for that. Here we have another Rouge rework. Apparently people, wow, that is surprisingly evenly split. And it says to give back Cream's glide and give it to Rouge. She has 8 sensors, slide, and glide. She has no other moves outside of that. You know what this turns her into? Turns her into useless. They literally have tried giving Rouge a glide, if I remember correctly, in some of the beta testing that they made before the game came out into a public beta, and it was just useless. She basically turned into absolutely dog shit nothing. Do not do this to her. She is already basically a niche team-based character as is. She does not need another fucking kneecapping, thank you very much. Just a game over unique suggestion. Maybe so the game over screen, it would display the same intro with the character selecting. That's basically all that they're doing here, and they're saying that, like, if a character dies, they no longer show up, or maybe they're dead in, like, the background. This gives me, like, Dead by Daylight final shit, and honestly, not a bad idea. It's another, like, basic reusing an asset, but, like, I like it. It's a good idea. I'm just gonna be dead ass and say this right now. Outcome Memories is basically doing this. If at least in the, like, their public beta or whatever the hell, their public testing. So, yeah, good idea, mild, I like the image that's here, Lamau. We got another 3-for-1, a cream buff that gives her a small dash as a push and pushes the EXE away. Not a horrible idea, but also basically just a pocket fucking speed boost dash. Adding Sally's body in the first part of Not Perfect, that's actually not that bad. And perhaps make Fire Tornado leave, like, trails of... No, we do not need trail physics in this game. I have played Forsaken. Fuck that. Silver and Blaze passive. If Blaze is close enough to Silver and uses Heat Wave, Silver can use his telekinesis to control her Heat Wave. However, Silver will remain stationary during the process. It's simple. You're playing as Silver, your camera will shift to the direction of the heat wave, allowing you to control it. However, controlling the heat wave is tricky since it moves in a straight line. Silver can only steer it left or right. Silver remains stationary while controlling the heat wave. Blaze will protect Silver to prevent any interruptions. If Silver takes a hit, the passive ability will be cancelled. Okay, this is unique as shit, but also overpowered as fuck. Do you already know how good Heat Wave is since they reworked it? It is basically Baldi's Basics B soda. And just like in Baldi's Basics, if you're in a thin hallway, you can fucking destroy that bitch. And the problem here is that you're basically turning an already super good move into a niche scenario where if someone picks Silver, they turn it into a godlike move, even if you can move it left or right. Even, like, at a 30-degree angle, that's still extremely good. And even if it wasn't, then at the end of the day, the character is just going to fucking run around it. It does not matter. This is an awful idea. I don't even want to know what the fucking like to dislike ratio on this is. I don't even know what it is, because it didn't have anything. So, Tailstall. I honestly have no words. I thought nobody would get worse than Colossus, but boy, was I wrong. This character is somehow more annoying than him by far. Tailsdoll. Unbalanced is not even a term applicable
is annoying and OP
this
as
character,
fuck.
which by the way, I'm modest saying this.
Listen, I get it. You fuckers hate Tailsdoll. Holy shit. Outlaik's not going to nerf the character, because probably he's more busy trying to make himself other shit. No one gives a fuck. It is a fine character. You people are just babies. Unironically, the character is busted specifically for Fly. Everything else is lackluster, and his slash is more annoying than actually useful. And if I have to see this shit one more time, I'm going to throw myself into a fucking pit of fire. And finally, the best feedback submission in this entire video goes to this. You know what? Yeah, I think he's right. I do think Outlaik should probably add that to a video game. And I'm out of soda.